what they did at Texas Tech. He's cut the splits. He's running the ball better. They're more balanced. They've got an older quarterback in Whedon that played pro baseball. And Justin Blackman is every bit as good as the great one out there at Texas Tech that they had. So he is just an amazing player. So those guys are playing as well as anybody in the country. Their defense has got 6 seniors. They're about 29% blitz. Bill Young has done a tremendous job with their defense. He's another guy they brought in a couple of years ago. And when you're playing with as much confidence as they are right now, it's fun to watch them. They're getting after it, and they're making all the plays. And it's something that I know they've been waiting on. It's a great team for them. So it'll be a real challenge for us. We're not scoring points. We're turning the ball over. We're not playing with a lot of confidence, which is something I feel really bad about because that's my job to make sure that we have a confident team and a confident staff, and right now we're not doing that. Questions?
Coach, the end of the ball reared its ugly head again. Is there any way to get that thing fixed? I know you want to fix things more than anybody in this room. Can that be fixed in a week or 2 weeks or what?
Well, it can't be totally fixed, but when you get behind so fast like we did, Ed, on Saturday night, and you've got to catch up, and you're not stopping them, your kicking game's not working. I thought that, again, we got away from the run, but we're having to score, and that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on Garrett, and Garrett's feeling like he has to score on every play, so he's got to throw it deep. So I think everybody just felt like we had to catch up fast, and the thing that people need to understand, everybody wants to fix it. I mean, the coaches aren't fighting, but they want to fix it. They don't feel good about this, and the players want it fixed. Everybody wants to fix it. So obviously we needed to be balanced in that game to win. When we were balanced against Baylor, if we just scored touchdowns instead of kicked field goals, we could have won, and we didn't turn the ball over. But when you turn it over and you're not stopping them and you're giving up plays in the kicking game, your offense gets out of the thing that we need to be doing right now, and that's be balanced, and you get out of it too quickly, and it's forced turnovers in games like UCLA, Iowa State, and Kansas State. I thought they were all about alike, except this time we tried hard. The other two, I didn't think we tried as hard.
Is the confidence thing something where you need something good to happen to get confidence, but sometimes you need confidence to get something good?
I think it's chicken and egg, without a doubt, and they practiced really well last week. It's funny, we dropped 6 balls last week and dropped 3 this week, so that's a positive and a negative. Still dropping too many balls, but I thought the receivers did play a little bit better. Mike Davis stepped up. The offensive line, there were 3 freshmen out there the whole second half, and I thought they fought and tried to hang in there, and after Kyle got hurt. But it's you just got to start getting your attitude in a position where you're not worried about negative things happening. 2 of the interceptions are tip balls. One of them, I thought a receiver should have knocked the ball down, fighting for it, and he kind of stopped, and they intercept the ball. So there's obviously things we can do, but it is a problem that when things are bad, and when things are bad, everybody's bad. Everybody's down. Everybody's after them, and then they have to hear all that stuff during the week. So they got to be strong enough to step up. Coaches have to stay positive with them, and it's really strange that when everybody's down on them and coaches coach them really hard and get down on them, they just go in the hole. So right now as coaches, we have to be more positive than we would be. Have to be strong, we have to be demanding, but you got to be upbeat with 18 to 20-year-olds that don't have many things positive in their life right now on the field, and that's the only way to get it turned around. That's what we've got to keep doing.
Do you think that's what's happened to Garrett at all? Maybe he's just gotten too down. I mean, it seems like to us he's not playing like he did in high school, like his potential.
Right, I thought last week he played great. So we've got some inconsistency, and I thought this one, Greg will talk to you more. He's talked to him more than I have about it in a minute, but I thought that when he gets pressing and he feels like it's all on him to go win every game or go win the game with every play, and then you get off your read sometime, throw deep balls when maybe you should have run it, or because he's running the ball really well. So there's a lot of great things he's doing. We just can't turn the ball over.
Have some of the things that have happened here previously with quarterbacks impacted the way you're handling, potentially replacing him on Saturday night and sticking with him?
Yes, we talked about putting Case in with 6 minutes left. I think, Jeff, I don't remember what it was, 6:30 or something like that. And Case was cold and he wasn't loose, and it was a 3 and out. So we said, let's don't put him in until he gets warm. We sure don't want him to go out there standing here all game. He hadn't played hardly all year, and him not do well. And then he got loose, and I think Greg felt like that Garrett was having a good drive. He was having some positive things happen, and he felt like he needed to leave him in there just so he could finish right. During the game? Yes, yes. No, we talked about it. And I think, again, the best chance to win here at the end is Garrett. And we're still trying to win games. Everybody else wants to move on to next year. We're not. We're trying to beat Oklahoma State. That's what we'll work on hard this week to do. Got to send a real clear message to your team that you're not quitting and you're not giving up when a lot of people want you to, and we're not going to. We're going to fight our guts out for 2.5 weeks, and that's what we're going to do. Still trying to win those 8 games.
Mack, you love to draw on past experiences. I think it was back in '95. You were in kind of a similar situation. Won the last 2 games, got to a bowl game, and then transformed that into a couple of great years.
Yes, we sometimes you take your darkest times and they can help you fix some things that end up appreciating winning more. I shouldn't have griped at them for beating Rice. That's for sure. I'm never going to gripe about a good win anymore that we think we didn't play great. I've gotten over that. And I think it obviously makes everybody want to tighten up every little thing that we've got to get back to where we have. It's been fun for 12 years, and we've had a lot of great moments, and we've lost those right now. So you got to fight your guts out to get them back, and that's what we'll do. I've been here before. These players have not. Most coaches that have coached as long as ours have been. I mean, you don't want to do that, but not everybody's gone 12 straight years to a bowl and not had a bad year. I mean, that doesn't happen very often.
So I was going to say, the way you've been through everything in your career, from 1 and 10 to national championship, do you have to go back and try to remember, oh, how did I coach that year, and what did I do to inspire them when we were having those losing times?
Yes, I even go back to some of the players from the times where we've had struggles and say, what turned it for you? What was good for you? What did I do that didn't help you? And so we're reaching to every possible area we can to try to find a way to get some things fixed here. It's I feel like the analogy, it's like a plane that's got oil leaking, and you got to fix the oil. You got to get it stopped. You just got to stop it and start over. And like Roger said, it's hard with the negatives that are out there, and places that don't have fan support and don't have much media. It isn't an issue. Guys can get things fixed. Here, it's you're under the microscope, good and bad. And I've told the guys, you've handled winning with class, you got to handle losing with class, and you got to stop it, and you got to fix it. And also, the teams see you struggling, and they play better. They're playing with confidence because they say, boy, if we can get old Texas struggling a little bit here, they're going to lose their confidence, and you're going to get after them. And that happened on Saturday night, and it's obvious that we talked to the guys about it, but we can't let that happen. You cannot get your head down in sports, or you'll get trampled. It's kind of a microcosm of life. If you get down in your life, and if your ratings stink, you got to get them fixed. You got to get them fixed. I mean, that's what you do. You can lay there and pout, and they fire you. They may fire you if you're doing a good job, but still, you got to get them fixed. So my life's no different than yours. Mine's just more public.
Coach, you mentioned the word passion a few weeks ago, that you didn't want to coach a team that didn't play with passion. You're obviously not seeing consistent football. Are you seeing consistent passion since then?
Yeah, I did, Chad. On Saturday night, I was really worried about it. And I challenged them at halftime. Now I was hard on them, and I thought they tried as hard, played a much better second half than they did the first half. It came out and started poorly, and again, you're talking about getting your head down. They could have just laid down and packed it in and gone home, and those guys on the sideline were pulling each other up, and I'd see them every time somebody would get down or a play had happened that was bad. I'd look at all of them and say, you better get your head up now. And people say I'm too positive sometimes. Well, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be tough, but I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to keep these guys playing. We are not going to lay down and quit. We may not win the game at Kansas State, and it's a shame that we played as poorly as we did, but they are going to play hard. That's one thing we can do, confident or not confident.
But do you feel like sometimes it's just a domino effect of this team? When you start out, they return the kickoff, then they score, then the offense feels the pressure. I mean, does it just seem like it's just one thing?
I think it's a domino effect with teams that aren't playing well. They get down too easily, and they got to overcome it. They got to fight back, and that's something we got to do, and that's where it's important for me. In this ball game coming up, they have a great team. They got maybe the best offense in the country coming in here with mostly Texas players against a team that's struggling. We're not going to lay down. We're going to plan on winning. We're going to fight our guts out. We're going to play 60 minutes. We can do things fundamentally sound to help us. We can turn the ball over less. We can run the ball better. We can knock some balls loose, and we can kick the ball better. Those are things we can do that we know we can do. Oklahoma State's a great team, and they're going to do what they do. We know here's some fundamentally sound things that we did at Nebraska that we can do. And I've told them this is still the team.